What a year it has been for cryptocurrency. I mean, over the last few, we've gone from obscure and really fringe and really opened up to the mainstream. And in fact, this year, all of the major cryptocurrencies have outperformed all of the major fiat currencies. So that's really awesome to see. And people are starting to notice. And while this crazy bull run is gathering speed through this feedback loop of new people coming into the market, which is driving up the prices, which is exciting more people to get into the market, and so on and so forth, it's the ones who really know what's coming next who are going to make the most profit. So here are 5 crypto predictions that you really need to know. Hi, I'm Glenn Kowalski, and at Renegade News, our mission is to help you break free from the system, pay less tax, and live anywhere in the world you want. So smash the subscribe and notification buttons, and let's get right into it. I really hate the banks. So my favorite prediction for 2021 and beyond is the rise of decentralized finance, or DeFi. DeFi revolutionizes conventional finance by using the blockchain to improve financial services. It includes a couple of different things. The first one is decentralized exchanges. And what those do is they connect users with other users to be able to trade different cryptocurrencies without having to deposit their funds into a central exchange. Anyone who's ever been burned by a bank or an exchange going out of business or being locked down by the SEC, and unfortunately I'm one of those people, we can immediately see just how powerful the idea of these decentralized exchanges are. You're no longer at risk of having your funds all locked up and tied up either by an investigation or by some kind of a scam, because in these decentralized exchanges, your coins remain yours. You own those cryptocurrencies. You're not relinquishing control and handing them over and depositing them in somebody else's bank or in somebody else's stock account. DeFi also includes open lending protocols. So by turning cryptocurrencies into collateral with the use of smart contracts, you can now borrow against your cryptocurrency and do it without using credit checks. Individual users can also directly lend their cryptocurrency to others while being completely protected. So now they can earn some interest on their portfolios. Here's an example of why that's so cool. Let's say that you owned real estate in Manhattan right now. You probably wouldn't want to sell it to buy real estate somewhere else. What you would do is you would borrow against it so that you could go out and buy more. DeFi gives you that same opportunity. It lets you buy other assets on leverage while your existing assets continue to accumulate value. The next prediction is the issuance of stablecoins. Stablecoins are cryptocurrency whose value can be pegged to other assets. That makes them a lot less volatile than, normal mainstream currencies like Bitcoin and Ether and other cryptos. Traders love the volatility of these coins because they can make a fortune, but long-term investors and entrepreneurs, they really don't, and especially entrepreneurs who are trying to sell their services in crypto. This volatility can really hurt their bottom line if things go in the wrong direction. The 3 most common types of stable coins out there are ones that are pegged to other cryptocurrencies, but then they're over collateralized. And that mitigates the volatility on the other underlying currency because there are so many of them. Stable coins can also be pegged to fiat currencies at a 1-to-1, so that for every coin out there, there's also a matching fiat equivalent. A good example of this is Tether, which is pegged to the value of the US dollar. And finally, we have non-collateralized coins, and these use an algorithm to control the supply based on the current demand in order to keep the value of the coin stable. This is similar to how central banks use processes like quantitative easing and controlling the amount of physical cash to control the value within the economy. Personally, because of that, I'm not really a fan, but I am open-minded enough that I could change my mind with the right information. The next prediction is we expect much more and improved cryptocurrency regulation. And okay, yes, I hate the thought of regulation. But I also believe that this regulation is going to play a vital role in bringing cryptocurrencies more into the mainstream, because most of the countries out there are going to be legally prohibited from doing any business with those coins if those regulations don't exist. And while I think it would be absolutely amazing if more and more businesses just ignore those regulations, I really don't believe that it's a realistic approach, at least not yet. In addition, these regulations could help to weed out a few of the scammers that are out there in the ICO market, at least in the short run, because there really are a lot of them. The next prediction is the rise in security tokens. Security tokens are digital versions of tradable assets, such as conventional equity, commodities, or structured products that are held and traded on the blockchain. Usually, these are regulated in the jurisdiction where they're issued, but once they've been issued, those tokens can be traded anywhere in the world. So these types of tokens can be used for investments and for pooling funds from investors. We also predict that there will be continued and increasing penetration of different cryptocurrency exchanges. The exchanges are where users can buy and sell their cryptocurrencies. Over the last 5 years or so, we've already seen incredible growth in the exchanges in the market. Right now, there are two kinds of crypto exchanges out there. There's fiat exchanges that let you buy cryptocurrency with fiat cash. And that's how most users get into the crypto market. This is places like Coinbase. Then there are crypto-to-crypto exchanges, which allow you to trade various cryptos between each other, but not fiat. So you have to own a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin first to use those crypto exchanges. Now, of course, there are some countries out there that are actively banning crypto exchanges as they try to fight back against their much more superior competition. But because of the popularity right now, it seems like the hook is already set. So I think these exchange bans are going to be decreased, and they're going to continue to just kind of evaporate as they have to, as the market drives them to have to stay open. This is going to be especially true in the case of crypto-to-crypto exchanges, because all that really needs to happen is those operations need to move to a crypto-friendly country, because you're not limited as to what you can trade on cryptocurrency. Finally, we predict that institutions are going to continue increasing their adoption of cryptocurrency. We've already seen more and more of this in 2020 and 2021, and this particular market has really shot off recently. Well, historically, crypto investors have really tended to be more at the retail level. Recently, more and more institutions, places like Fidelity banks, hedge funds, and companies like MicroStrategy are really starting to get into the mix. And because of that, most of the major historic cryptocurrencies have hit all-time highs, and they show no sign of decline. In the wake of the economic fallouts from the coronavirus pandemic, cryptocurrencies have already emerged as the best store of value compared to fiat currencies. As countries continue creating more and more money and introducing more bad policy, more and more investors are going to start seeing hyperinflation as a very real consequence. And that means that this trend is going to stick around until crypto becomes a permanent part of our economic landscape. There are some people out there who are already predicting that Bitcoin could become the next world's reserve currency and replace the US dollar. Personally, I think we're a long way from that, but I certainly would wholeheartedly embrace the idea of it happening. The astronomical growth that cryptocurrencies have shown in the past year really show no signs of stopping. And over the next several years, we expect that the increased mainstream acceptance and adoption of cryptocurrency is going to create this chain reaction in all of the predictions that we've made in this video. So for more information on cryptocurrencies, click the video that you see on your screen right now. And don't forget to follow Renegade News to discover the latest infringements and wins in your pursuit of more freedom and liberty in this unfree world.